Hey YouTube, it's Austin, and you might have noticed it's been a while since I put out a video. Well, videos are hard to make, one, and I've had some personal stuff going on. Mostly good, I got engaged, so good. But nonetheless, I'm gonna try and make videos easier to make. And part of the way I'm going to do that is by trying to do more kind of low production value point of view videos. Today is going to be the first of these, and I'm going to work on shooting macro with my Canon M50. I have a Speedbooster on the front and my Laowa 2.5 to 5x super macro lens and my 3D printed diffuser. If you're curious about this flexible little guy, I'll put a video up in the corner all about it. And you guys are going to be on this GoPro right here on my backpack. I've got the microphone over here, so that way, hopefully, you will get to see what it is like shooting super macro. I'm actually gonna have to shoot from the LCD on the back rather than the viewfinder, so this is going to be even more difficult than normal. Probably gonna be a lot of out of focus shots, but hopefully we'll be able to find maybe a jumping spider, at least a couple of fruit flies, or maybe even just some nice shots of the hibiscus around here. So with that, let's get going. I'm gonna stick you guys on my backpack and let's go see what we can find. A lot of time is spent when you're shooting macro just looking. Sitting here, staring at the bushes and just trying to literally just see, like, is there a fly on one of these flowers? Are there ants? I'm not a huge fan of shooting ants. They tend to move really quickly. Flies can be hard, but I really, really love shooting their eyes. And so right now, I am just looking around, hoping to see something. There may be a fly. We'll see. See if he sits still long enough. Still hanging out. Once you can get your hand on the branch and start manipulating it, that's usually a good sign. Okay, bring it in. Really cool, he's got his proboscis out. Okay. See if you guys can see this guy. Right there, feeding on this nice little flower. One thing that is kind of important is before you ever try to manipulate a twig or a leaf that a bug might be on, you kind of have to first judge if a bug will even let you grab that leaf without flying off. And what I like to do is just pass my shadow over the leaf. So if there were a fly on this leaf, like a fruit fly, I would just pass my shadow over it, and you will know right off the bat whether or not that bug is going to let you kind of get in there close enough for a shot. Because if they're not comfortable with your shadow for that brief second, they're not going to be comfortable with your shadow from a big diffuser. The hibiscus is nice because it has these really big pollens. These nice yellow pollen, it's right on this. But if there's a bug here on the white petals, it can make it really hard to shoot because the exposure difference is so great compared to these green leaves, even though the leaves are a little shiny. So maybe let's just start with a low-hanging fruit and get a shot of this pollen. I'm gonna stop down to about F10 because I know that things are gonna be a little bright. And just come in here. Hibiscus, surprisingly, doesn't seem to have too much on it this morning. Some little itty bitty flies kind of popping around every now and then, but nothing that's sitting still long enough to get close enough for a shot. So the sun is coming out. I think I'm going to move off that way. There are some bushes over there by another building that I have found jumping spiders on before. There is a lynx spider right here. I'll try and get his photo, but lynx spiders are super skittish. So whenever you see lynx spiders, it is always a good idea to look for jumping spiders. I don't know if they actually predate on each other. I don't know if the lynx spiders eat the jumping spiders. but I always tend to see them in the same places. So I'm just looking around, seeing if there's any jumpers. Looks like there's evidence of some jumpers. There's a little crypt down in there. We just gotta find them. Oh, there is a tiny, tiny, tiny jumper. I am going to call it a day. GoPro is basically out of battery and it's getting warm. Plus I'm covered in mosquito bites. So if you liked this video, let me know. I know it's kind of a weird, if different format. Point of view videos have been around for a while, but I don't really think very many people are doing point of view macro, and maybe that's for a good reason. I know you being stuck here on my shoulder strap is not necessarily ideal, so if you have comments or suggestions, let me know down in the comment section. And yeah, hopefully I can make these sorts of videos a little bit more frequently, since they let me focus on doing what I love, taking photos, and a little bit less on the work, making the video. So with that, I will see you guys next time.